Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Multiverse Report. We are recapping week's nerdy news and some other stuff, I guess, from Syracuse, New York to AnchorCon. That's right, we are live from the floor of AnchorCon in Clayton, New York. My name is Mike Gibson. With me is always Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Oh, nothing much, folks. Glad to be here from AnchorCon. Great little con up here in Clayton, New York.
Yeah, it really is.
Pleasantly surprised with the turnout. It's been real good.
It has been real good. It's been interesting. This is a Comic-Con. I describe it as it's more con than comic.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than just comic books here. Actually, not a ton of comic books here at all. I'm selling some original books. There's maybe one or two other people selling original books, and there's only one person that we've seen with any kind of back issues or
right. There's one guy that's got some long boxes. Bunch of great artists. Right down Artist Alley here. You've got a couple of
official Lucasfilm artists,
including Scott Herron here, official Lucasfilm artist. Bunch of other great booths at the con. Over there, you've got Carolina Chuck, who we were just on his local podcast last night.
That's right.
Check that out. We'll probably cross-post it in our feed as well. But in general, it's been a great experience up here.
Yeah, last night was the first time that we were guests on another podcast.
Yeah.
As the Multiverse Report. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great.
It's pretty cool. This guy who's from South Carolina, moved up to the Watertown area, and it's become, I guess, some local celebrity. He has his own podcast called Carolina Chuck Podcast, and he was just kind of asking about how we got started and comics in general, and then classically we ended up talking about Star Wars for about 40
turned into a 45 50 minute episode. He said he was going to go like half an hour. Most of that rant was go figure Multiverse Report about Star Wars.
He brought it up.
He did.
It's not our fault.
He did.
Not our fault.
So last week we didn't have Mike.
I wasn't here last week. Thank you to Matt Posada for taking the reins while I was busy being busy.
Busy being
busy.
So yeah, if you missed any of that, last week we had our D23 recap. Matt popped on, good friend of the pod, and it's been a rip.
It was good. But that means that I didn't get to talk about the Skeleton Crew trailer,
right?
That came out last week, which I only saw yesterday.
Right, live on the Carolina Chuck podcast.
You can listen if you listen to our appearance on the Carolina Chuck podcast. You can hear me watching the trailer for the first time live.
Actively watching the trailer.
I feel like I've been reading some mixed reactions. I thought it was really great considering what they told us that it is, which is basically an Amblin early 80s Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I've heard it described as Goonies in space, and that's
exactly
what it
felt like. Yeah.
Kids in danger, maybe not mortal danger, but kids on an adventure. And that's something that I haven't really seen in a live-action Star Wars thing before, so I was really excited by it. Even though because I was kind of listening to you guys talking at the same time, I wasn't fully devoted to what I was watching.
Right.
But I feel like I saw a lot of cool stuff. I know there's some people that are upset about the suburban Star Wars setting, but why not?
Yeah, it was weird to see the first time. 100%. It was awkward. Not awkward, but had a second of take me out of it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there's suburbia in Star Wars. There's got to be.
And it's I felt like, because I'd seen people complain about it, I was waiting for that shot of the trailer mentally, kind of. And when it came up, I made sure to look, and it's they're not straight up houses.
Yeah.
They have slanted roofs that have shingles on them that kind of look like regular houses, but if you really look they would look like Star Wars houses.
Right, you see the circular dome roofs and all sorts of,
So it wasn't so earthly that I don't think it belongs in Star Wars. I think it was really cool, and it works for setting the stage for a movie that's about kids.
Right.
That are not used to the Outer Rim and adventure and danger and things like that. I feel like you have to show these kids are from a safe environment, which makes it more interesting and exciting when they're somewhere they've never been before and suddenly they're in danger.
100%.
So I was down with it.
And then at the end of the trailer, it's Jude Law that they're in jail with?
They're in jail with a Jedi Jude Law.
Because why not?
Yeah. So yeah, I was down with it. I thought it was really great. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it. When is that? Is it December?
I
right?
think December 3rd or something, early December.
Holiday
so,
Star Wars is
yeah.
back.
It's an early Christmas present.
Oh,
so,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's a guy in a table very close to us that wears your size and has a beard, and I always think out of the corner of my eye that it's you, even if I'm looking directly at you and talking to you. I think, oh, Steve's over there. No, wait, he's right in front of me.
Like, wait a minute.
It's been confusing me yet all day yesterday, and so far all day today.
When you've literally been standing next to me
Yes.
all day yesterday and today.
Yep, accurate.
Well, I'm glad I have a doppelganger up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you see Mike and I looking around awkwardly if you're watching the video, it's because we're actively working the booths too. Like we've got people
Yeah.
coming up to the booth.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, podcast listeners. If someone comes up and wants to buy a comic from me,
Right.
I'm going to abandon you.
So I'll be running this
Easily.
solo if that happens.
No question in my brain.
So we're it's weird. Right before we went live, there was like a rush of people through this aisle, and
Yeah.
now it's like a
Yeah.
dearth of people.
We
So
were
it
trying
works
to
out
go
well
live,
to start it
like
out.
20 minutes before we ended up
Yeah.
going, because people started going through. So it seems a little bit quieter right now. Maybe a little lunchtime.
But we
dip in
do have a
attendance.
mic ready for the general populace if
anyone wants
the
to come over and
situation
join
does
us.
strike.
But if they don't, that's cool too.
Oh, 100%. So I'd assume we'll get if Chuck walks by, I'm sure we'll get him.
Yeah.
I know Lynn is walking around from CNY or from
Syracuse
Collectors Con.
Yeah.
I want to get him on to plug what they've got going. If you were there last year, like the Western New York Turtles are right next to us.
Yep.
I'm sure you saw them walking around. Emerald Empire, the Star Wars cosplayers are
there's a
one
full
down.
there's a full pod racer behind like a curtain, a couple tables down. A full pod racer and a whole cantina set up. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
It made like we were breaking down, and I was like, "Can we just go have a beer over at the cantina?
yeah.
Like, does it work that way?
It's like a
Is that how we
pop-up
do this?"
cantina. Yeah. Can I sit in this pod racer or is it
So-
for display only? Yeah.
So here at the con, we've been asking a bunch of people who their favorite Doctor was, what movie you're excited for, Superman or Fantastic Four, who was the best Batman. We've also got like who was your favorite Star Trek, similar to what we did last time.
Yeah.
We did also add in who's your Mount Rushmore of comic creators and
Top 3 X-Men.
yeah, create your own X-Men team, like your top 3. So we'll be breaking those down next week on the pod. That was a very popular
The
and
X-Men one
controversial
is tough because there's so many. Period. But then also there's so many that everybody like. If you love the X-Men, it's not like you love the X-Men because you love one character.
Right.
You love the team. You love how they interact. You love all of them. So once you open it to like more than 2, it gets
Yeah.
really hard.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's
really hard.
and that was everybody seemed to grab their 1 and 2, and then number 3 was like,
puzzle.
oh crap, how do
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mike and I both flip flopped on our 3 a couple of times.
Yeah, and I still don't have a definitive
No.
list. Besides, like you were saying yesterday, I'm a '90s kid.
Yep.
It's going to be Wolverine. Like Wolverine's going to be on there.
Right.
But who else? Do I go with Cyclops because he's a leader? Do I go with Rogue because she's a powerhouse? Do I go with Kitty Pryde because she's a sneak attack
Yep.
but can also serve as a leader? I don't know. It's tough.
Right. You were talking like in a fight, Rogue can still fastball special Wolverine, no problem.
I know.
You don't need Colossus for that.
That's right.
Uh,
So, lot to think about.
yeah.
Tackling the hard topics here at AnchorCon.
This is how we do things here. I 100% had to go with Nightcrawler and Wolverine because, and then number 3 is like you're saying, I don't know. How
Who do
does
I
it
fill
work?
in? I know. It's
And we'll
tough.
dive more into that next week, I'm sure, when we get
Yeah.
the results.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
did seem, as you would expect, that Wolverine is running away with it, much like David Tennant always runs away with the Doctor question.
Always.
So
And Matt Smith's always everybody's second favorite.
Yep.
That's it.
We do have a small Peter Parker walking through the field of view. So if you see Spidey wandering around, he's there.
And today is a kids focused day.
Yep. Kids. There's a kids cosplay contest. Yesterday there was a cosplay contest that was mildly insane.
Yes.
A lot of people in the North Country apparently love their cosplay because they like there was
went all out.
I can't get over the Stargate guy.
Stargate
like
Temple Guard.
Yeah.
Woo.
The guard for like the gate guard there.
Giant, huge head, light up.
Yeah, the
Dog
snakehead
eyes.
dog eye
The
thing,
guy that
whatever.
fights Kurt Russell at the end of that. Yeah. Wild.
Yeah. Insanity.
Insane.
But yeah, there's a good number of cosplayers around, a good number of kids cosplay floating around as well.
Yeah.
So overall, a great turnout yesterday, and it's starting to pick up today. I think people are waking up on
Yeah,
Sunday and coming.
Day 2s of a con always maybe a little slower, to start, but it's definitely filling up.
Yep.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get some. We got a couple of repeat performers here. So I was gonna ask them, but they've already answered all the questions.
I believe that they have.
So
yeah, not because we just got through San Diego Comic-Con, because we just got through D23. It's not a ton of news in the past week.
Nope.
Other than my thoughts on the Skeleton Crew trailer, the Agatha trailer I watched real quick just a second ago.
Yep.
Whoa, big announcement. Sorry for the background noise here, people.
Yep. So there's background noise over just overall announcements on the PA, but we'll fight through it.
What I saw of the Agatha trailer, because I couldn't really hear it because I was watching it here. I liked how it looked, and I liked it felt spooky and witchy and Halloweeny.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is great, and it kind of sets it apart from other Marvel stuff. So I'm pleasantly surprised by how I felt about the Agatha trailer.
Absolutely. You need to. Sorry, we're broadcasting live. Mike's comic writer. This is his stuff.
Nothing so important about the podcast that I won't tell you about.
We do have some questions if you'd like to answer them. How we doing?
The amount of people that are here that seem to not want to be here is crazy.
That is, yeah. Well, I mean, Kids Day, so there's probably a lot of parents.
Most likely, but it's
so we got a couple of questions for the audience.
It's funny.
We're recording live this way, and if you want to talk about any of the questions, feel free. But we're a weekly podcast out of Syracuse. Just wondering who your favorite Batman was. A couple other things. So, what's that?
Adam West.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it on the pod?
Absolutely.
Sure.
So we've had a lot of people answer Adam West. Why would you say Adam West is your favorite?
He was the Bright Knight. That was the best.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's the Batman I grew up with.
Yeah.
And then Michael Keaton is obviously number 2.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's it seems like historically, because we've done this at a couple of cons so far, it's Keaton is a top hit, and then if you've seen the animated series, Conroy is always up there. So it's like, there seems to be, much like Who's the Best Doctor, like it always goes to Tenet. Like, there seems to be a very solid arc for Batman
and
of
I think
like.
it depends on your age.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm 40. I'll be 45.
Yep.
So I watched Batman as syndication up through.
Right, 40 here, 42 there,
Yep,
so right in the
Batman
wheelhouse.
89 came out.
Yep.
Came out in 89. I was 10. So
Yeah.
So right there.
100%.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how about Superman and the Fantastic Four? Okay,
Superman.
you're a DC guy, aren't
Yes.
you? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, as the Marvel guy, I'm still more excited for Superman,
Yeah.
but they've screwed up Fantastic Four too many times for me to care
I
too
love the
much.
Marvel stuff. I absolutely do. But
Yeah.
Superman's it's timeless.
Very true.
And it's been too long that it's been too long since he's been like really treated with the fanfare that I think he deserves to be
It's been
treated.
really since Christopher Reeves.
Since what's that?
Christopher Reeves.
I mean, yeah. There's like some attempts. But
Right, like Man of Steel had points where it was like,
Man of
okay,
Steel tried.
Yeah.
And it's not terrible, but
compared
it's
to what followed it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a perfect movie for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Tom Welling was a great Superman. too.
Okay.
Sure.
Tom Welling
Yeah.
was fantastic.
We had a lot of great Superman.
Yes.
For sure. But I'm really excited about David Cornsweet. I think
Yeah,
he
it'll
looks
be
the
interesting
part.
to see
I think
what
he's a
they
good actor. I think James Gunn, is a great director and
Yes.
writer, so I'm really excited about the take in general.
Trek guy?
No, I'm not a Trek guy.
Okay. How about Doctor?
Not a doctor guy.
All right. Comic guy?
Kind of.
All right. The only other one we had out was pick your best X-Men team. Three man X-Men team.
We were
For
just
anyone
talking about
who's
it. It's
not
tough,
watching on video, the standard look of, oh god, that's harder than it should be.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
just-
Wolverine and then everybody else.
Right.
That's
Yep. Well, we were saying for our age group, it's guaranteed. It's like, all right, Wolverine, and then figure it out from there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
crazy.
Cool,
No,
cool.
appreciate you
Absolutely.
swinging by and talking on the pod, and feel free to check us out.
I'll give it a listen. For sure.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Yeah,
Thanks for stopping by.
it's our first live walk-in guest
First live walk-in, first live debate, not debate,
discussion.
conversation.
Yeah.
Speaking of conversation, there's something that you and I need to talk about on this podcast.
Okay.
Something that you and I were talking about a lot last night after we saw
Yes, very much so.
Alien Romulus. So we were here yesterday morning getting set up. We had to get up here early, and I turned to Steve at one point and I said, "Man, I love doing this con stuff, and I'm excited that we're here, but I'm mad that I don't get to go see Alien Romulus this weekend." And Steve looked at me and was like, "Well, this con only goes till 5. We can just go see it tonight." I was like, "Oh, you're a genius. Let's go see it." So we did. And boy, what a movie. What a movie.
So we both walked out of there and we're like, that was an alien movie.
Yeah.
And not in the, that was an alien movie, but like, holy shit, that was an alien movie.
Like, literally couldn't stop talking about it until we fell asleep last night. That's all we were talking about. And I was like, I felt like in the beginning of it, I felt like it was a little safe.
Relatively playing the hits.
Playing the hits. That's a good way to say it. Like, it's giving you what you want from an alien movie. Not in a way that's, like, incredibly new, but in a way that is fun to, like, you know, it's taking a lot of inspiration design-wise and feel-wise from the original Alien, which is something that none of the sequels have done. All the sequels, to their credit, have been, like, their own thing, which I like. It's something I like about the franchise quite a bit, but...
So we're a weekly podcast, weekly nerd news podcast. Mike's a comic
Steve's
creator,
pitching.
and we're just we're broadcasting right now from the floor as well. We have a couple of questions from the audience if you have any interest. Would you want to talk on the pod about them? All right. So
we got people to talk to.
Oh, cool. Nice. So I guess they've been doing this for 4 years. Are you guys from around here? Yeah. Okay. I grew up down in Boonville. We're from Syracuse now, but we're trying to figure out from the con. Are you a Doctor Who fan?
I'm sorry?
Doctor Who fan at all?
Yes.
Who was your best, or who was your favorite Doctor?
That's not really fair, but I'm probably gonna go with David Tennant.
There you go. It's always like everyone's always thinking about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's got to be Tennant."
Yeah, right.
So, how about whether you're more excited for Superman or Fantastic Four?
Superman.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Way back.
There you go. And who was the best Batman?
Adam West. Come on now.
So we've gotten a lot of Adam West during this con.
Well, I mean, I'm in that age group, so I mean that was our everyday food. You know, come home from school, and Adam West and everybody that came after him. You know, I mean, they did their own thing, which was great, but Adam West really kind of set the bar. I mean, like the original Batman, and not only did he do Batman, but his personality itself blended to make Batman what it was.
Okay. Yeah, and we're both like early 40s, so it's Keaton or Kevin Conroy from the animated series. Right. So it's like.
But I also started watching the Adam West 66 show when I was a kid, the reruns of it, and I still love it. It's still in my heart so hard.
Yeah.
And I like it because it's like a reminder that Batman doesn't have to be like dark and gritty all the time. No. He can still be like fun and funny. Silly, like he doesn't have to be just like so angry and dark and serious all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Like there can be some levity there. And I think that's something that I would love to see in like a new incarnation of the character in a movie or whatever. Like, give me some.
I think our world could use a little more light right now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would love that.
I think we should manifest that.
There we go.
We're doing it right
Let's
now.
roll with it.
We're doing it.
I love it.
No, appreciate the input. We're a weekly podcast, like I said, based out of Syracuse. Feel like giving us a listen. We're going to be tallying the results next week on the pod and. Go from there. Okay.
It's our first time that we came to
Welcome to the party.
Welcome.
Hopefully next year when we come, we'll be a little more interactive with everyone.
There you go. Yeah, and Mike is a comic creator, also based out of Syracuse. There's his card.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
Too. Hope that picked up.
I know that'll be something you have to check.
That Mike was muted. So, whoops.
Oh.
Well, I think my lapel probably would have picked it up.
Oh, hopefully.
She was talking loud enough.
Well, just review it first and put it out along with this.
Well, I'm not recording, we're streaming.
Oh,
so,
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, because Mac wouldn't, for some reason, the file, whatever. I'm not going to get in the weeds.
Okay, yeah,
but anyway, back to Alien.
Alien. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying it's like the Force Awakens of Alien movies because it's kind of trying to, like, remember what you love about the first one while also doing new things with it. It's basically taking the ingredients of an Alien movie and mixing them up in a new way and in ways that are fun to see, stuff you haven't seen before, but not incredibly moving the franchise forward in any big way until the end of it.
Yeah.
And we're not going to spoil anything, But holy crap,
But
that lasts like half hour.
The end of the third act was like,
Sheesh.
I guess you could consider it the third act, or like
Yeah, it's like
the epilogue.
I
almost.
know it's like hard to say.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Like I don't want to
Like,
say when I'm
well,
saying.
yeah,
like,
the whole movie is
the whole
solid.
movie's good. Like I'm not talking down or nostalgia-y. There are some things. There was a couple lines that were references that I
Literally
thought were,
one line was the only one that bugged
like
me.
a little over the top, and there was a little
Mandalorian, a little Mandalorian.
a Mandalorian, yeah. There's like I don't want to spoil anything. There's one. All the effects are incredible. There's a lot of practical effects, like face huggers and stuff that are practically done, which look great.
Dude, yeah, the face huggers were awesome.
So cool. And a lot of the digital effects look great, like the expanses of space and stuff when they're showing the ship through. Really, really great. But there's one CGI effect that I found to be distracting. You'll know what it is when you see it, if you see it. That's like debatable. That's going to be debatable and are going to be controversial, maybe I should say, for some.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Some people. And I completely understand if people don't like it because of that, but
I'd say overall, both of us are 100% go see this movie if you remotely like the Alien franchise.
Like Alien, it's definitely a movie that you need to see. I don't know why you wouldn't stay till the end, but stay till the end.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, very,
Wild.
very good.
Like, it's like, yeah. For a movie that I felt was fun, but also kind of playing it safe, really surprised me with how it went there at the end of the movie. Like, really, like, remembered what it was. It was like, nah, we got to do this. Yeah, really, really cool.
So we did also have pop to the table, the aforementioned Chuck.
Carolina Chuck.
In the flesh. I don't know if you want to pop on mic for a second? Yeah. All right. So so we've now completed the
podcast trade.
Podcast trade. So far you guys have been walking around for like maybe half an hour or so now. What are you thinking about AnchorCon?
I got to play Rampage upstairs.
Oh,
nice.
I got to share that experience with my son.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate you guys sold me on it. I was check it out.
Yeah.
I was gonna stay lay around the house and watch movies today.
Yeah.
I gotta finish the Infinity series. But I'm gonna come grab one of your comments.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really appreciate you guys coming in last night.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
No problem.
I'm hoping that I inspired maybe a follow-up to the podcast, and maybe you guys can do a little research. And see where we're at on
100%.
series.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will commit to rewatching episode 9 before my yearly rewatch.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's the only thing to save it for me is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm forcing it. I'm not sure. But.
Hey.
I don't think so, man. I
It
think
really,
there's a lot to like about that movie. I like it quite a bit.
Oh, and I like pieces of it.
Yeah,
it's just like, I love this and that and this, but putting it all together loses it for me.
Yeah.
Like, the sum is less than the parts for me.
They are trying to do a lot. They're doing a lot in that movie.
I think I described it as this is a great trilogy.
A great thrill ride? Is that
No,
what you
it's a great trilogy.
trilogy?
That movie is a great trilogy. Like, if they'd have broken it up into 3 movies and actually, like, expanded on some stuff and spent some time developing things, it would have been awesome. But it wasn't 100% there for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you got to try to watch it under the surface of what's really.
Yep.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it weird.
Yep.
Like, at the end of the day, in my opinion, there's not much cooler than Rey cutting the wing off of a TIE fighter while doing a backflip with her light. Like, that's one of the coolest things I've seen in any Star Wars thing ever.
That's about as far as I made it last night.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. No, I think we might have heard we went and saw Alien Romulus last night.
Yeah.
If you like horror movies or alien movies, go see it. It's a killer. Absolutely killer.
Scary.
What's that, dude? Nice.
Dragon? Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, there's people 3D printing stuff around here. There's all sorts of random gadgets and gizmos you can grab.
Yeah, I put into win a lightsaber.
I think I'm about to go do that too.
Yeah. They really sold me on sitting there banging on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, I've got my. We
Star
always bring
Forge
some stuff
sabers?
to fill. Like, got my one from Disney that you can make, the Savi's one. Yeah, it's so that's like the heft and feel of the Disney ones. Oh yeah. and you can, it's great podcasting.
Kind of scared that it's gonna shoot a.
Yeah.
But you can change the crystals out. So like that's the purple and yellow crystals.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's very cool.
But oh, I saw you playing around with that black one over there. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, no, that's I don't know.
How long you guys here for?
I think con goes till 4.
Goes
So.
till 4, so
Well,
Yep.
I'm allowed to pack up until 3.
and then you're headed back home.
Yep. Heading
We'll
back to
head back
Syracuse
home.
tonight. So
Uh,
should be good. You got any answers to any of our questions? Either of you guys?
Oh.
We're pulling the con on a couple of things. Who the best Doctor from Doctor Who was?
If you're looking forward to
All right. How about whether you're more excited for Superman or the Fantastic Four? For the movies next year.
The BC guy, I think.
Superman's running away with this one. And who the best Batman was?
That's a tough one.
tough questions.
It is.
I don't see my favorite one on there.
What's that?
Val Kilmer.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
You can write them in.
We'll write them in for you. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think he made at least a good Bruce Wayne.
I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were many more problems with that movie than Val Kilmer. So,
Great. Well, y'all have a really cool setup over there.
thanks.
Thank
yeah,
you.
we've been kicking it around. So, no. What else were we thinking of hitting, news-wise?
I don't know. There hasn't been a whole lot of news lately. I think besides talking about Alien, I don't know. I'm tapped
Did we
out.
want to bring up Marvel is apparently rewriting some of X-Men '97 season 2.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, the firing of head writer Bo DeMaio is leading them to. He had written all of season 2 before he got fired. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
supposedly he had a completed set, like
Yeah, and
done
now they're
done script wise
rewriting
and
it.
everything.
He also came out as some more information came out as
There
to
you go.
why he was let go. Apparently, there's a lot of inappropriate behavior. Let's just say that and leave it at that. But he separating art from the artist for a minute. He was a good writer and that was a good series.
Yeah.
What do we think about that being rewritten? Because we don't really know by who.
Right, and they don't say like how much they're rewriting it,
Yeah.
whether it's like script doctoring style stuff or
Yeah.
whether it's like changing whole concepts. So I'll be curious to see where that goes or how they end up doing it, because
I
it's
Yeah.
again, like you said.
You a fan of the X-Men,
I
Chuck?
like X-Men pretty good.
Yeah. You ever watch that cartoon X-Men '97 that just came out?
I started watching it a little bit, but I was kind of
In and out. Or,
Yeah.
in and out of it.
Yeah,
But I did like the older X-Men, like what it's based on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
It's
I'm
pretty good.
thinking about-
I'd
thinking about diving into it.
Yeah,
I'd stick with it. It gets
It-
real
it-
good.
yeah.
And I didn't mention that I did not only watch the movies of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I did watch all the cartoons and stuff too.
Oh, okay, Clone Wars and
Except
Rebels,
for, I watched some of-
Resistance.
Yeah.
Resistance was its own animal.
I haven't seen Resistance.
I thi-
Resistance is, I mean, I could watch it, but I just kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I hear.
I think
why
I
I
want
haven't
to. I
watched
think
it.
I want to run it back with my son to see if
Yeah.
if he latches onto it, then I'll sit through it. But otherwise, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I got through like a
Did see the
season.
preview of Skeleton Crew last night.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Did you watch it again? And
I haven't watched it again.
Any other thoughts on it?
No, I need to watch it to like. I was saying to him because I was like still listening to you guys talk with half my brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I got it visually. I didn't really hear
I
much
was
of what they were
just
saying.
talking
and
to
stuff, yeah.
kind of so give you a pause to
Oh, yeah,
absorb
no, I appreciate it.
dead air.
Oh yeah.
But
No, I think I still liked it, so I'm gonna have to kind of absorb it a little bit. And I don't know about you, but I remember like there was a couple years there when Star Wars movies were coming out around Christmas time,
yes.
so I started associating like, hey, Christmas, new
Yes,
Star
this
Wars,
is
Yep.
Star
and
Wars.
this show is coming out in December, so for me, I'm just like, hey, holiday Star Wars is back, awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, actually, you're right. It
Yeah.
is coming around Christmas time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So
yeah, it's a perfect
But
thing to
I
do.
like. I actually watched Rebels before I watched the Clone Wars.
Okay.
series.
Oh yeah,
So that I don't really. It's kind of a weird way to do it, but
Yeah.
Rebels made Clone Wars more interesting.
I
Because
bet.
felt like Rebels was a little more. teenage based.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought Clone Wars was kids until I actually went back and watched Clone
Right.
Wars.
Yeah.
It definitely started, and Rebels kind of did
starts
to
more
it begin
kid-like,
as
sure.
well. Started as like a more kids-based show,
Yeah.
and then went from there to like you get into season 4, season 5, like season 6 and 7. You get some seriously dark and like that. The show grew up with the kids.
Yeah.
So
What's up? Yeah. We're doing a live podcast.
yeah.
Meeting friends.
I did a podcast with these guys last night.
I literally just walked by and I said, "Oh, Charlie Whitburn did a
Good.
podcast."
Do you got any opinions?
And what are we talking about?
We're talking who the
Nerdy
best Batman
opinions.
was.
Well, it's got to be Michael Keaton. It
Okay.
wasn't the best Batman movie, but he was the best Batman.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I'd go with The Dark Knight for the best movie.
All right,
I mean, it's just
understandable.
my opinion, but it might be the age group too.
Oh no, that's I'm actually not disagreeing in any way, shape, or form with that one.
Well, okay, so the better question might be, who was the worst Batman? Not to be negative,
Ooh.
but I have an idea.
I mean,
I mean,
Clooney?
Okay, yeah, all right. I would have to say I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we threw Affleck on there on the best just because he's the most recent. But
Okay.
I put Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, in my opinion, would be the worst. Now, I love
Yeah.
Val Kilmer. Heat's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
So I love Val Kilmer.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's bad. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
How about whether you're more excited for Superman or Fantastic Four or next year?
I mean, it'd have to be Fantastic Four just because I'm not necessarily a Superman guy.
Okay.
You know.
And I mean, Fantastic Four in my brain, I can't get over whether I want to see them make a good Fantastic Four movie more than I'm worried that they're not going to make a good Fantastic Four movie. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of anxiety about that.
Yeah,
but
they've been
you're
bad
right.
for a long time now.
Yeah, but I mean, Wolverine. Did you see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
of course, no spoilers, but
Oh, 100%.
you know.
Yeah, we have a whole rundown on that whole episode where the two of us broke it down, and we're like, we're both childs of the 90s.
Yeah.
Like I'm 40, he's 42, so it's like that was our seminal like Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman played Wolverine in that movie, not whatever iteration, like not the movie version of Wolverine. He was Logan in that movie.
Yes. Yes,
Like
I agree.
comic book. He was the most Wolverine that he's played.
But so I'm a car guy though, so I want to see. Are we going to sell more Odyssey vans now? I mean, that thing took a beating.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, we're going to take in the rest of the show. here.
There you go, man. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. Awesome. Well, we're still getting people in and out of the con here. Talking to some folks on the floor. It's always been good. You guys have any opinions on any of these questions? All good. So no, Mike's doing some comic selling. Overall, again, it's been awesome out here. Pleasantly surprised. So I'll try and vamp here while Mike's finishing up and go from there. But I think in general it's been a success.
What?
Hi.
What were we
He's
talking
back.
about? I'm back.
Nothing. I literally, like 2 seconds before you came back, had like hit dead air, and I'm like, well, I guess I got to vamp till Mike gets back.
Yeah, there may be some things we have to edit out of the audio version of this podcast, but we'll see. What we're
Maybe.
talking about, X-Men 97. Yeah, I get why they would want to rewrite it to get his name off of the show.
Right.
Like that makes sense to me.
Right. Well, and I guess that'll be the thing, is if they rewrite enough to get his name off the show, or if it's going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right. I
If
mean,
it's-
they probably have to credit him in some way. He'll probably get like an executive producer credit or
Right.
something like that. But yeah, I would understand, especially now that there's some details out about his behavior and why he got fired.
yeah. Yeah.
I understand them wanting to remove themselves from him as much as possible.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no two ways about that
That's
one. He should not be, if the allegations are true, he should not be near any production.
I agree. Fully agree.
So, no, it's I don't know. It was a kind of a weirdly light week for news, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's not much after San Diego and D23. There's not much really to announce anymore. I'm sure as the weeks go by, things will start flaring up. But I'll say that I'm very excited about a comic book announcement this past week. Tom King is writing a 6-issue miniseries about Black Canary. Black Canary Best of the Best. I'm blanking on the artist's name that was announced. But apparently something he's been working on for a long time. He says it's in the same vein of like Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, or Mr. Miracle kind of thing, which makes me very excited. 6-issue mini, so it'll be a full arc in just 6 issues, and it's Black Canary has to go up into the ring against Lady Shiva, the other great martial artist of the DC universe. So she's got to train herself in order to get there, and so she's training with the likes of Batman and Wildcat and the rest. That's all in the synopsis, and I'm really excited about it.
Did you see Cassandra Cain's getting her first run in
And
20
Cassie
years?
Cain is getting her own Batgirl run. It's been a long time she's had her own book, and I'm also very excited about that. Yeah, so some cool comic updates and announcements for sure. Just more ways for me to throw money at Funky Town Comics, which, by the way, sponsor of this podcast, which I normally say up top. But I was distracted because we were podcasting from a live hockey arena instead of my basement.
Right. I'm looking at my phone because we don't have our normal list of things in front of me of what we've got going on.
Yeah. But again, there's not a ton of news happening.
Yeah, I think the only other big thing that you wouldn't have touched on is, did you know? Because was that at D20? No, that was a Comic-Con.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
The Doom thing.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the
So
Doom
we did talk
thing
about
at
that. I
length.
couldn't remember if I
Yeah.
talked about that with Matt or not. So
Yeah, no new updates on the Marvel sitch, but still interesting and strange. Oh, I got a customer.
so yeah, Mike's gonna step away, but I think in general it's been a good rip here. I think we've been very happy with AnchorCon. Glad they asked us up here, and it's been a whole lot of fun. Whole lot of fun casting from the con. Up top they've got a number of up in the mezzanine there. There's plenty of gaming space and whatnot they've got going on up there. They've also had a bunch of panels up in those rooms up top. There's a really cool lightsaber place. You can see the cool blades, but they're they're really awesome. In general, it's been fun. But beyond that, I think that's about where we're at for the day. Like we're gonna be here until 4 and going from there. And if you want to catch us wherever, we got some voters. Do you want to talk about it on the pod, man? Whatever you want. Because we have a live mic. It's amazing how that happens. All right. Yep, just talk right into the top of it. Yeah, yep.
I said, depending who you want to look at, Michael Keaton was the best Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
Christian Bale was the best Batman himself.
Okay.
Now, you gotta get up Adam West just because he's the vintage.
Yeah. And it's been weird seeing, like, I think we talked about it with one of the other people around, but how many Adam West, like, the love for Adam West at this con has been awesome. Like,
I can't speak for the area. I'm not from here.
Yep.
So a lot of people I talk to, they like the older stuff more than they like
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Again, you talk to most of the kids, the actual kids and teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
They'll for sure go back to Ben Affleck and
Bale.
Pattinson.
Oh,
yeah,
Pattinson.
sure.
Yep.
Sure.
So where are you from?
I was in the Army for 28 years.
Okay.
I did Army Reserves for 8 and active duty for 20.
Gotcha.
I have lived all over.
Gotcha.
She was born in Arizona,
Nice.
but moved to.
So the exact opposite of here.
Yeah. Well, my wife's Canadian,
Okay.
and when we moved here from Fort Drum, she's like, "We're going to stay after retire." So I was like, "Yes, dear, we're staying."
There you go.
Ah,
Sure. Okay.
no
Hey.
microphone.
What'd you say? Do you like that, man? You don't know? You bought me a Batman shirt a long time ago. Yeah.
No?
And you had that conversation about what we talked earlier. I love that. It's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Don't work hard. It's bad for your heart.
Awesome. Well, no, I was while you were over at the comic side, I was starting to wrap up. And,
I know, yeah. I think
basically,
it's
yeah.
a
I
good-
mean,
probably
late
a
week
good
for
wrap-up
news, so
time.
we were, if you want to check us out, apparently find your local con. I know Mike's going to be at Uticon coming up in September.
I'm going to be at Uticon in September, and I'm not sure. That might be my last one for the year. I'm not sure if I have anything in the fall or winter, but yeah. But we'll be back here in your podcasting ears next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is serving as our episode for this week, I assume. We're not.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna try and do
back
tonight.
to Syracuse and then stay up late to do a podcast tonight. I didn't think so. Yeah.
Right. As much as I've been talking to you straight for the last 48 hours.
Maybe we should take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
I agree.
Oh, we got Bluey and Bingo over here.
Bluey and Bingo and a Roman centurion.
It looks like it. Something in that vein.
Something.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right. Well,
Check us out on socials.
Yeah, socials.
Do the
follow
usual.
us. Threads and Instagram and multiverseport.com, Patreon, all that good stuff. We still haven't made the Italian cookies
Napoleon-
that we've been
yep.
asked for. We have to do that.
You know, Lisa's always wanted a recipe for them anyway, so I may
She's got
just
one.
I may roll it out there for her and be like, hey,
She's got one. Maybe next week we'll be eating on Mike, everyone's favorite podcast thing.
not eating on Mike,
Not
But
this Mike.
this Mike.
This Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Thanks for watching as the two suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Brew Lars. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming to AnchorCon, and we'll see you next time on the Multiverse.